Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. The big reveal. Are y'all ready? Oops, and all day. Just in case we had some newbies in, but like, what does the hair really look like? People always wonder when somebody have on wigs, do they have hair? And I do. Come on in. Come on in. To get started, I'm gonna have me vitamins. These are my black girl vitamins. These are the Minnow Chill. Yes, these are the Minnow Chill. Like, you can see it says ashwagandha, black cohosh, and probiotics. Baby, don't. If you take these, don't miss taking them. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I'm taking. You're supposed to take them like 20 to 30 minutes before you eat. And I got me some eggs boiling right now. We're gonna make us a little breakfast concoction. We're gonna have some boiled eggs and that smoked salmon and some rice. Yeah, surprise hello. Hey, Mr. Carter. Melissa with the good hair. Okay. Hey, Mr. Carter. Yes. Hey, Lovey. Good morning. They're my clothes. Oh. Mm. We can take this head out. Y'all, I want to get back in my bed. So I'm off of work today. I'm off of work today. Also, we have coffee. But let me get back to these black girl vitamins real quick before we really get started and get into what we're gonna be talking about this morning. If you want to purchase in these black girl vitamins, any type of vitamins from blackgirlvitamins.com, go over to blackgirlvitamins.com, blackgirlvitamins.co. I don't know what the M ain't on there, I don't think. But anyway, go over there to blackgirlvitamins.com. Use the code MeLissaB to get the 15% off. MELISSAB. Yeah, MELISSAB to get your 15% off. That's your discount code, okay? Surprise hello. Yes, yes, yes. I got the eggs going and it's a honey hot salmon. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Hen, how you doing? Love Brit, Nola. Oh, we getting ready to take this hair down though. We gonna blow it out this weekend, but I gotta figure out how to get the, my it be crocheted together back there. So I don't know. There's a braid. Oh, whew. Good morning. Did any of y'all start watching Bridgerton? I just started. I woke last night, y'all. I can't even tell y'all what time I went to sleep. I'm still trying to watch. I got too many. What is it? Irons in the Fire. I'm still trying to watch. What's the show called? I told y'all about the kid. All her fault. Fell asleep on it again. I woke up at 4:30 this morning to get in my bed. Got in the bed. I was so cold on this dang old couch. But I got in the bed and didn't even go to sleep. So I turned Netflix on and started watching y'all thumbs up the video. Started watching Bridgerton. So okay, remember last season with Bridgerton, it was like the brown skinned people. Surprise hello. We were with, it was our season. It was our season. Yes, it was. And the plus size girls, it was our season. So I guess it's gonna be the Asian persuasion this season. Cause little Miss Sophie being chosen, baby. I don't even remember this girl from any of the other seasons. So I don't know if y'all have watched it yet, but if is anybody having coffee with me this morning? Baby, they don't be wanting to be over here with that, but they ain't got the wigs. So basically, this cup is saying, like, look, just in case ain't nobody told you today, MeLissaB gonna let you know you are awesome, okay? Just in case nobody told you yet. But you should already know that you awesome. Even, you know what? Even if you're a fucked up individual, just be awesome at being a fucked up individual. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't shit, just stand on it. Like, just be the best ain't shit person ever. Just be great at whatever it is you do. Somebody had baby page. 305, you better stop. Joanne, hey, how you doing? Hey, Peter. Yes, baby, this what it be looking like up on the hill. But yeah, so I was like, okay, so we have us a Bridgerton Cinderella story. Cinderella left behind a slipper. This Cinderella has left behind a white glove that doesn't belong to her. And she had to be gone by midnight. I ain't telling no lie. I've only watched one episode. I'm midway, second episode. Yeah, Lady Wilson down. She's still there. I'm wondering how this gonna go. I don't know. No, what you laughing at? Okay, we gotta hurry up and get this hair down. Let me see. I don't want this to take long. Because like I was telling y'all, I am off of work, but I'm an addict. So in about an hour, I'm gonna log in. Something needs to be done. Nah, this has to be the AI, Melissa. JK, you know I love the natural beauty. The AI, ooh, baby, that AI be doing so much stuff. Oh, but before, so yeah, so I don't know if anybody in here is are Bridgerton fans. So it already started out kind of good. I just didn't like. Well, let me say this now. What's his name? It's Benedict. Benedict. So the queen wants her project to be one of the suitors, one of the guys, right? So she's trying to figure out which guy she wants to put her claws into to marry him off. So there aren't any other nice looking men, I guess, in the crowd. So she chooses Benedict. I think that's his name, Bridgerton. So this is gonna be a Bridgerton, okay? Y'all just hang in here with me, all right? We got more stuff to talk about. But it's gonna be a Bridgerton. The only thing I don't like about that is this is what I need them to do. If y'all are Bridgerton fans, y'all know what the controversy is going to be. What the controversy is, not going to be, what the controversy is for me, for marrying Benedict off, is because we know that Benedict is LGBTQ, okay? Benedict is LGBTQ. And I hope that if they do marry Benedict off, that is disclosed and Benedict is not going to be a DL brother. I'm sorry, I said it. I mean, we all know how he get down. I saw the preview and I was Oh, you went to sleep? So yeah, so I'm halfway the second episode. And because I was like, girl, get on up. Because I was nodding off. I don't want to fall asleep on it. Because I just started watching it this morning. Good morning, Boom. Good morning, Jazz Coop. We still got hair. Oh, so that's interesting. But before, did anybody see the Kevin Gates interview? If y'all didn't, please take y'all asses over there and watch it. Listen to it, watch it. Now, I know it was one time I said something about Kevin and a few people was like dropped down in the chat and was like, I don't like him, I hate him. Blah, 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 blah. Baby, I don't know what people's problem is with him because I'm not that big of a fan to know him. I learned so much about him. So probably for me, the interview, it was a lot. And but yeah, I didn't know these things about him. I just see stuff about this man in the tabloids and, social media and about his, the wives and the marriages and, stuff like that. But y'all give me some thumbs. Anybody drinking coffee with me? It's coffee time. It's coffee time. You want bling on your nail? Baby. Gel nail. It's gonna be gel nail season on Bridgerton. You get boyfriend. Yes, she get boyfriend. Yes, Sophie's gonna get a boyfriend. Hey Universal, how you doing? I watched the podcast, but I can't stand the daughter voice. What part? No, I'm talking about Kevin Gates. I'm talking about Kevin Gates. It was on Shannon, Club Shay Shay. No, not that one. That's Evelyn. That was the game. Ooh, that coffee is good. Yeah. Hey, Yolanda. Good morning. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah, her don't. It sound like she get but I know what you're talking about. That podcast, Evelyn. Them. Yeah, her daughter. It sound like she finna. She crying. But no, the Kevin Gates interview. Y'all thumbs up the video. We getting ready to talk about it, baby. I might get deep with y'all. I hope I don't. I hope I don't get emotional about anything. Because I'm already looking tired. Last thing I want to do is be having an ugly cry face. You feel me? You can't watch that Shay Shay guy. Baby, this interview was... Let me say this. Have y'all ever... Let me say this. Have y'all ever been to church? Like, when you don't go that often. And then when you go and you hear that sermon and you feel like, and like that sermon kind of like speak to you, you feel like they talking to you, or it was a touching moment. It was like, wow, 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 wow. Like listen to some things that he was talking about his childhood and, the predators and yeah, but I'm gonna say this, that's a good looking man. That's a good. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm supposed to just be listening to the dang on interview, and I just kept looking at him, and every time he smiled, I smile. Girl, yes. Every time he smiled, I smile. And that's not. And the thing about it for me, you don't see men smile. I don't see men smile that often. And that man hit you with that smile. I'm like, oh, I'm smiling too. Shit. Woo! Hey, Donna, how you doing? Little North Fat Kevin Field Music in my neighborhood. And child, I didn't even know he was from Baton Rouge. I'm telling you, I didn't even know all this stuff. Yes. Yes. And you know what? It seemed like every time I watch one of these, like, like celebrities or whatever from like Louisiana area, like New Orleans, Baton Rouge. It seems like they pretty much say the same stuff. But we're going to get into it in a minute. I'm doing just great. Let me go turn these eggs off. Hold on, y'all. Oh! I just wanna feel something. I just wanna. I need to feel something. I just wanna feel something. I just wanna. I just wanna feel something. Feel something. Babe, I think I burned some boiled eggs. We gonna still eat them though. All right. So anywho, I'm back. I ain't no celebrity, but I do got a good. Yeah, I'm not saying you don't have to be a celebrity. How is the weather? I think. Let's see, what is the weather like? I haven't been out. Ooh, 27 degrees. It's 27 degrees, and so we will be getting snow tomorrow. Don Dada, what's up? Listen, I love me some boiled egg with garlic roasted hummus. You should try. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say, am I single? I'm available. Not Shay Shay. Not Shay Shay. Yeah. I don't, oh. But you know what? The thing about it, the interview was so good that Shay Shay voice didn't annoy me. It was almost like he wasn't even there anyway. It was like he wasn't even there anyway. So, yeah, yeah, it was like he wasn't even there anyway. But before I get into that interview, just FYI, y'all, let's not forget that we have a possible partial shutdown, government shutdown about to happen if they don't get it together today. Okay? Thumbs up the video. Ooh, come to Miami, don't it? I was just looking for tickets the other day because I was invited to a birthday party. Yep. In Miami. I gotta get down there, baby. Chilling today, I'm off. Okay, I'm kind of sort of off too. I'm gonna tell y'all about the interview. I'm about to say again, yes. OMG. So, oh, and wait a minute. Well, never mind. Don't nobody care about that, but let me see. Did we have any breakage? But anywho, so this the thing. So he talked about like, he talked about his upbringing, like his childhood. Um, I didn't know his dad died from AIDS. Um, Shannon asked him, well, hey, was it like basically like he said, was your dad gay? Drugs, um, the pussy. Oh, he didn't say that, but he was like, what was it behind how, hold on, y'all. But he said it was the needle. Um, his dad was in the streets. And it's amazing how you have. First of all, wait a minute. Let me start here. Let me start from the beginning, how it started, how the interview started. Now, beautifully woven, never off subject, never off subject, baby. The subject is whatever. But this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm getting ready to try now. These, yeah, okay. I had already, so I want y'all to understand this real quick before with the vitamins. Before I made a, did paperwork with Black Girl Vitamins, right? I had already purchased these to try for myself. Now these, I was already like a consumer of their products. Now the newer products that I'm trying, yes, they sent me some stuff, and I would actually start. I'm starting those this weekend, right? We're gonna do the unboxing and all that. But I do want to try the collagen. But I can speak for these. And I can't personally speak from the collagen, but I do know someone else that uses the collagen and they love it. But the menopause, the menopause chills that y'all see me taking, yeah, because there was a time when I was going through all that stuff with with my dad. Um, I wasn't taking them on a regular because it just, I ain't gonna lie, it just seemed like I was drinking a lot. And so I wasn't taking them. And I could tell it probably like after a week, I was like snatching those covers back. I don't wake up in the middle of the night, like almost in tears. No story. Like getting like those my flashes were so intense. It's like I can just ball up my comforter, like so tight, and like put it in a ball and throw it. Like no story. And I don't go through that. I don't know. And I don't, people say I'm calmer. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But I think it really helps. Now, what I will say, so I do feel like it really helps with my mood and the menopause, right? My flashes, but I don't think it's done anything for my like tummy per se. Like weight loss, I don't know if it does anything for that. But I don't look as bloated though. Like I don't know how to explain it. But hey Sheila, good morning. The mental pills is working. Hey Durag, how you doing? Okay, I want the multivitamin. I'm going on 41 next month and had to. He's written me, and I want a good vitamin. I really would suggest a C, and then this is the thing too. See what works for you. Just try some stuff. Yeah. But so let me get back to the interview. So Kevin Gates likes to pray before his interview. Likes to. So Shannon say, okay, wait a minute. Kevin Gates don't drink liquor. No. So y'all know Shay Shay got his own cognac, right? So he was like, I know you drink cognac. He was like, oh, no, I don't. But, he do smoke cigars. Hey, Alicia. He do smoke cigars. So Shannon was like, well, I know you like to pray. And he was like, do you want me to pray? You want to lead in prayer? Whoo, baby, Kevin hit you with he hit me with that smile and say, yeah. So he did his hands like this and was like summon on the little boo ball, the rip bam boom, and started talking in English. So I didn't know what he was doing. Okay, now this is the only thing, but some people are gifted, so I don't know. But he was speaking in Arabic, so he's praying in Arabic first. So okay, y'all know Kevin is a Muslim, and so Shannon asked him, dang, like, so how long have you been speaking that? Like, when did you learn this? And he was like, I just started speaking it. All right. So that was interesting. Um, I love a praying man. But Kevin totally believes in praying. Like, he just prays all the time. That's his thing. He said he prays all the time. He was like, he's nobody without God. He know that he can't, he just ain't, he can't, he was like, I can't even tie my shoes without, giving the glory, this. So he's a praying man. He said he even prayed before he lay that pipe. Oh, his language was really languaging, and it was funny considering, Shannon's little issue that Shay had with his little situation with his one of his young women. He said, God help me. That what he said. But because whenever Kevin would say lay in the DICK, so he would actually, that's how he would say it. He said, no, like, no, I lay dick. Like, and Shannon's like, okay, so when you have, sex with these women, he said, no, I didn't say that. He's, so, and he was like, this is a family show. This is a family show, Kevin. Kevin, this is a family show, so I try to keep it. Yeah. So hold on. When he asked about, his dad. So I talked about that and talking about his childhood, his relationship with his mom. His grandparents raised him. His mom was very young. His mom was very young when she had him. And and his dad was in the streets, but like real life in the streets. So it's a big difference. So um it was this thing. So he asked about, so if him and his mom had a strained relationship because he had to learn. Well, one reason he was violated in his home, and evidently it was a family member. He was sexually violated, and when he was young, and he told his mom, and a lot as a lot of people's story go, in those type of situations that happen in life, nothing happened, right? And um, nothing happened, and there's that tension because the thing about it is, and it's for him to be understanding, like, look, mom couldn't do much. Mom didn't know what to do. Like, that's not something that a parent wants to hear. It's not, they just don't know how to deal with it, and he talked about that and talked about dealing with that in life, um, and how that really affected him. And I guess it was another person, and the discussion was had and also he had the moment where he questioned him and another person that experienced the same thing as a child growing up. And he was like, this is as an adult. The question was, well, am I gay now? Hey, Bell College. Good morning. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pull some. I'm gonna play a few clips and stuff. That was interesting. Him dealing with that. He talked about that scenario. And he said that person ain't here no more. He's like, that's all I can say about that. That person ain't here no more. Right? And he talked about how he feel about predators, and how he feel people that predators, like, and it was like nobody should ever put hands on children. So he talked about his experience and what happened. The relationship with his mom, so his grandparents raised him, and he said that, he come to the realization, like, his mom did the right thing. It wasn't like necessarily the fact that, okay, well, his grandparents had to raise him. He's not bitter about that, and he understands his mom was young. He was like, I raised her. And I was like, damn, that shit is deep. When he talked about that, because I never looked at it that way, because I was a young mother as well. And that is true. Like, when you break that down, and you think about it, it's like, well, that was my, me being a young parent. Because for me, it was like a driving force, something that made me want to be, I wanted to be better. I was big, I didn't want to be a statistic. But the it's even funny. He talked about how, like, even at like those young ages, like, your brain's still developing, and it's just so much developing that, like, you're doing, and now you have to be able to make decisions for another person that you're raising. And and for me, what I went through, I felt as though, okay, like, I want to be the best mom. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this and I want to do that. But you did the best, like, your ability, the way your mind was at that time. Like, the mom that I was then definitely is not the mom that I am now, of course. But I didn't know how to be no damn mama. But what I really liked that he said, I raised her. Yeah. And I feel where he's coming from, because that's what the fuck happens. Yeah. hmm Yeah. That child raised you. Lord, I gotta find where this other braid is. But yeah. And he talked about that. But he was like, him and his mom, they have a great relationship now. He's like, he talked to her every day. So he talked about that experience. Um, he talked about losses because of his lifestyle. Um, he went to ooh, y'all, hold on, I'm trying to find, because it gets crocheted all weaved in here. Y'all still in here? Thumbs up the video. Shoot, I got to go get my phone charger. I didn't expect to be on this live this long. I should have known. I always think, I'm like, oh, it's not going to take me long to take my hair down, and it's taking a while. So anyway, make sure y'all thumbs up this video if you guys are still in here. Okay, I got 17%. So anyway, where did I leave off? Okay, another thing. Okay, but the juvenile situation, with his very first time being arrested, doing some dumb stuff, and he said, and this made so much sense, y'all. Hey, Daphne, good morning, honey. He said that if he he said if he would have, so he was 13 years old, his first charge, and he had to go to the juvenile detention center. He said the juvenile detention center is a beast in itself. He said, like, it's worse than the pen. He said you go to jail, all of that. He said it's worse than that. Like, it's a beast in itself. And he said that if somebody just would have taken him to the juvenile detention center and showed him and said, and if you don't stop, this is where you gonna end up at. He said that he would have never done anything to get there, right? But he is a firm believer that everything that he has gone through, because is what made him who he is today. And he needed to learn the type of lessons, but it was something that he said that made so much sense. He said he's very intelligent. For real, he's very intelligent. He speaks very well. He say something about pretty to the extent, I wish I could say it word for word, maybe I can get to it, that basically when you lose the fear of something, so after that first time, like, he wasn't afraid anymore. And I'm like, wow, but the way he worded it made so much more sense. Martha, good morning, honey. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, y'all. So he's like, yeah, so like once that fear is gone, he was like, he was never worried. He was like, shit, like I can do this. And he talked about how he did get jumped when he was in not the okay, so juvenile, like some stuff did bad stuff did happen in there. But when he was actually like in prison, he but yeah, I think he said he did 44 months. He did get jumped one time, and it was about about a woman. And he was like, yeah, so I didn't experience that. And so he was saying that he was like, yeah, and it just that kind of stuff come with the territory. Oh. So he explained why about what happened with the dude, and it was about a woman, and he used a lot of vulgar language. Um, ooh. Y'all also, this is the thing. Something else that really just threw me that I didn't know about this man, and I'm like, was this on the internet? He said he has a bullet in his head. Yeah, he said he didn't want to be here no more. He was like very, very depressed. That was 2020. 2020. Mother said, how am I on the scale of 1 to 5 this morning? About 4.7. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Aaron, good morning. Good morning. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get back to the story here in a minute. Whew. Y'all come on in. You so fun to do red. Why you say it like that? Baby, when I tell y'all, my baby be braiding up pieces of brain matter. Nola, baby, this interview was 2 hours and 49 minutes. This I'm telling you, I was listening to this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He tried to take his own self out. Yeah. Um, he talked about being gifted. I understand him. I'm a firm believer that some people do have certain gifts. Um, it was a few things that he also told that he said that he don't know why he felt so led to. I'm telling you, I don't want to get emotional. That he felt so led to tell Shannon because he said, for one thing, in interviews, like that situation about his dad passing from AIDS, and he say nobody's asked him about that, per se, like details about his relationship with his dad. So he's like, well, Shannon even asked him, like, if your dad was in your life, like, why were you in the streets? He was like, well, shit, my dad was in the streets. Like, And then he said that most of the time, and this is one of the things that I hear people say, most of the time from that area that was doing that type of stuff, they was like, look, like, either you, like, that's what you do. Like, you gonna hustle or you gonna, he say, you just wind up in two places. You go to jail or you dead. Yeah. Hold on, let me go. It took me so long to watch it because I was at work, and that because I had a few times I would have to stop and I'd be listening, and or whenever it be something deep, and I would think that I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe he talking about this. He talked about his walk. I didn't know he was on drugs real bad. He was heroin. Baby, he was on the board, the girl, the meds, all that, right? Hold on, this something.
They see me, cause I don't feel like it's real when you. I'm about to go kill myself. Nah, you supposed to just go do it. That's how I.
Hold on, listen.
And that wasn't that long ago. I'm holding my baby, my child. She'll tell you, baby, what I was doing. I was sipping lean.
Oh wait,
Learning experience. We have never again.
it's a beautiful
I read that you
man.
were on drugs really, really bad. Oh God, yes. Did you feel? I mean, heavy drugs like coke, heroin, marijuana. What were your pills? Opioids. That's H. Heroin. Yeah. I was sipping lean. I was smoking weed. Did you feel like you needed that to function, to do music? I mean, how did you get it? I was so depressed, I just needed something to cope. I ain't want to live. I got shot myself in the head before. I got a bullet in my head.
That's at 2 minutes. That's at 2 hours 26 minutes. Hey Jasmine. Yeah, I'm telling you, I hadn't even. Let me see.
Look at you the same. That's not true. I wish a woman would come in here and tell me, well, it's not about the money. We'll go get a bum off the from gonna treat you the same, gonna look at you the same. That's not true. I wish a woman would come in here and tell me, well, it's not about the money. We'll go get a bum off the from over there off Skid Row. I bet he has a great conversation. Go get him. Go to your house.
Oh no, he's a weirdo, Melissa. I didn't say. He also says he's God. Well, I don't know. I never heard him say that in here. I never said that. Say he's a weirdo. I didn't say I was in love. I am attracted to intelligent people. I really, really am. I have a strong, so whatever that is, I forgot, that's called something. And it's deeper than that. He has a beautiful smile, an infectious smile. Like, there's a lot of weirdos and fucked up people in the world that you know what I'm saying? But it was what, like, his walk, you know? And sometimes, like, when you understand, it's about understanding also for me, right? I'm that type of person that, like, to understand a person, what they've been through, or understand a person's background, then you understand their weirdness. It's about understanding and not ignorance. He's probably still in ed. You think so? When he talked about his health and stuff like that, oh my gosh. Um, about his changes in life. Um, I don't know. I don't know if like I said, I don't know this man. I don't follow him like that to know, like, to be able to see the way he act, to see, like, oh, he's still on drugs. But he's a very healthy drug addict now, because he's disciplined to the point where when he's like, his dad, it was his dad, pretty much that situation kind of got him into holistic medicine, well, the holistic side of medicine. And he said he feels he could have saved his dad with what he knows now. He was like, look, I'm not claiming to be like Dr. Sebi or nothing like that. You think he's wicked? You can tell by the way I talk about him. Oh, baby, I just said I don't know anything about Kevin. No. And I told y'all the other day about that song, and it was about how they talk about him in the media. And he's like, look, like, I die about this shit. Like, you play, we can, yeah, like, we can die. It was just a few things. And once again, too, like him and his story. And so I'm just telling y'all about the interview, okay? And, um, yeah, so what was I at? But yeah, also the holistic side of it, the situation, it's like he was there till his dad passed. And he talked about too that experience, and that's the thing. I don't know if you've ever dealt with a situation with a person, like you watching a person die, right? And stuff like that, that affects people also. Yeah, but he talked about his health, and so he's like disciplined. He work out every day. Um, so it's like if like him and his wife or whatever, they work out together, they'll work out forever or something. So Drika. That was the first one, right? Because Brittany was interesting. He didn't say their names. He did talk about that a little bit. Yeah. Because Drika is the first one, right? That's who he actually had the children with. He said he want 5 children with his new wife. Whew, y'all know the new wife, 26 years old. Yeah, but he 41? I can't remember. Let's see what he say. Him and Drake are still married. But he done been married 2 more times, 3 more times since then. Oh. Well, he's Muslim, so it might be a different story. That's his only legal wife. Okay. Oh, excuse me. So let's see. I just went somewhere. Let me see.
Since money don't matter. That's so silly. But if you go back and you look at Louisiana, you got Wayne, you got P, you got Boosie, NBA, YB, Mystical, Soldier, Slim, C, Murder, Juvie, Webby, Currency, Birdman, BG. You saw all that coming up. You was around it. Yep. Could not have said nothing.
Oh, hold on. I ain't far from you. I ain't far from you. You can see me live. You live, Kevin? Got that's one. So yeah, we talked about that. Yeah. He talked about that too in this interview. What happened to him? Scam. Good morning. I don't like your name, DIC. But hold on. This is only okay. Him and Drika are still married. Okay, smart. Did he talk about his ex? Man, it's wicked. I ain't for.
I ain't say nothing. What I said, I want nigga. She need kept. She think playing around. Yeah, you playing around. No, you said you want to have sex with her. Y'all want like who don't? Anybody that mean the old nigga. Anybody that mean.
Oh, so he was. Wait, hold on. Let me see.
Boy, God ain't put me here to be. God give me the strength to make sure this nigga, man, I'm gonna stand over and give him everything I got. God, please let him be stretched. Because sometimes you give him everything you got, and they, God, a better place. It's like, it's okay. I know. I can look, feel what happened to you weren't your fault. The way I explain it to him is I tell him, that happened at a time when you was vulnerable. You're not vulnerable anymore. And I see it. It's a hurt that come with it. I ain't gonna say a kindred spirit, but I can look at somebody that had been molested before or sexually victimized. And I see it. It's a hurt that come with it. It's unfortunate. But the way I explain it to him is I tell him, that happened at a time when you was vulnerable. You're not vulnerable anymore, right? All you have to do is protect the inner child and let the inner child come back out and thrive again.
How do you let them know it's okay to heal? What happened to you weren't your fault. Now it's time to, as you say, heal that inner child and be the man.
That's easier said than done, though.
Okay.
It's easier said than done. Like, I did a lot of work. Did a lot of inner work to get where I'm at. It wasn't easy for me. The first step was when I made that song. Everybody don't have a therapeutic release where they could make music.
Or write a poem or...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like I say, I cried for 2 weeks uncontrollably after I made that song. But I released it. And then I was able to go on Mike Tyson interview and talk about that.
Wow.
And that was like, vulnerability is one of the strongest things you could ever exhibit as a man. Because, you got to be tough. You got to be this. You got to be that. So,
But don't some view vulnerability as weakness? You can be vulnerable but not be weak. You can be weak but not be vulnerable.
I'm being vulnerable right now.
Absolutely. But I don't think anybody that's watching this will see you as weak.
It takes more courage to be vulnerable than it do to be a tough guy. I'm going to always be vulnerable first.
Don't y'all think that was facts? It does. It takes a lot of courage to be a vulnerable person. A lot. Hold on. Okay, we got 10. Whew, okay, I'm almost there, so I can go eat. Oh my gosh. Let me see. So I want to get to a part where he was talking about the wives or whatever. I don't remember the timestamp. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? Ooh. Baby, this had been braided down like this for 2 weeks. My head is itching. It feel like I got an ant bed in here. Some people don't deserve my vulnerability, though. Yeah. It's like, and I be saying that a lot of times. I tell y'all, like, yeah, I'm a G. Like, I ain't gonna cry about this shit. Like, and it is. It's very hard. Let's see what you talking about right here. Let's see.
Tyree daddy go in the house and kill his mama and
Ooh,
shoot Desi
hold
on this
on.
before. I regret that I spoke on what happened with the car battery. And everybody came back and apologized. Kevin Gates was telling the truth, but I believe that. You got anything you need me to do? Because I'm trying to. I'll figure something out.
If you buy a gift for a young lady, would you take it back? You
Never.
Never?
I don't even want the energy from it. You keep that gift. I was the gift. That was just a trinket. That was just a trinket of my kindness. You keep that gift, and you see if it gets to the bed and they hold you like I hold you at night. You see if it rub your feet.
You know what though? Has any of these wives of his though ever did interviews and said like spoke negatively on him? Because he made his statement like basically that how amazing of how great he is. So basically like he was even saying like, okay, like the relationships just take its course. Oh, okay, I think when I said the 40 some days, no, he was married 52 days. H, how you doing? Hey, good morning. Especially as a man, to let the receiver makes it worse. Yeah, and that's why the whole thing. People say like okay, like hey, that means that like if that type of stuff happened to you, that means that you're gay. I remember when men used to think that they aren't supposed to cry, but today I don't think it's shameful anymore. Right, right. But yeah, he talked about this is the thing that's a little interesting about And when interesting about when he talked about, y'all was asking about the wives and the marriage and stuff. When he spoke on his relationships, so the situation with the last one, not the newest one, not baby girl. Um, I think he had just came out of Ramadan when I think this is Brittany that he's talking about. He said never said people names. And I don't really understand. He just was like, it just took its course. Oh, you know what, y'all? Hold on. I gotta go I just thought, remember. But let me finish this real quick. Damn, my head itching, y'all. Oh, I'm not ashamed to say. Wait a minute. Let me go get my charger. Oh, man. Oh, man. You know what, though, y'all? I can't get to the plug from here. Okay, yes, I can. If I do it like this and like that and like this and we ain't got no love for y'all. Okay. All right. Hopefully this one work. I had to get my laptop charger. So then that's what I was like, so it wasn't real. So then it's almost like I'm reading what you said about Brittany. So I was wondering, was she already a Muslim before they got married? So she converted for him. Yeah, he said it was 52 days they was married. Who, baby? So I'm gonna get to that. I think, let me see, you can do transcript. Hold on.
You see if it eat your little booty, like you heard me. You see if that gift do that, all the stuff I do, eaters. That, oh, whoa. Why? I told head, shoulder, knees. Yeah, I can tell you a pro. Yeah. But you didn't come up in that era here.
Hold on. Let me see something. Wait. Oh, here's a transcript right here. Okay. I'm gonna live every day. I'm gonna do. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. So he talked about like how he liked to do things. Like he liked to go grocery shopping with his wife, and they both pushed the shopping cart together. Hold on. I'm trying to find. I want to get to. Don't say to because I don't want nobody else to know. Hold on. I think it was after he talked about this marriage. Yeah, it's like, but like I said, if a woman come to me, I don't judge no woman based on her past, where she been, and I don't do that. I don't go through phones. I don't do none of that. Hold on. Dang. Hey, Red, how you doing? They were not married. Okay. I'm telling you what he said. Um, but okay. So when you speak on marriage, because this is the thing. There are two different types. So I don't know if that's what he speaks on, considering he's Muslim, because you have a legally married and then you can be married, right? So I don't know. Intimate is the norm. It's the conversation that we had. It's the intellectual intercourse. Oh my gosh, this right here, when he talked about intimacy, for me, I'm that type of person also. Like, clearly, if I had a baby as young as I mean, I already know what peen do. You know what I'm saying? So, I already know what the pee do. So, what else can you do? Like, how can you, intimacy, like, that's different. Yeah. Baby, when that man say, so he was talking about praying. So Shannon was like, you don't pray before you have sex. Baby boy said, yes, he do. This man was like, so I basically just pray like, yes, like this gonna be an amazing, but he don't want, he understand about soul ties. He don't want to do that. Um, Yeah, oh, that was the saying. The couple that work out together work out forever. I wish I can find exactly. I can't remember when it was he was talking about these wives. That's what I'm trying to. You see that marriage with them didn't last. Mm-mm. See, said what happened. Tom made this. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I think I'm getting to it. But when he said things we do in this life don't really feed our soul, it's just vexation. But when you and your woman have a relationship that's surrounded, this is what he said, but when you and your woman have a relationship that's surrounded around the Most High, that's a different type of intimacy. Like the woman, and he said, like the woman I got now, I prayed for that. I ain't know it was going to come like that, but it came like that. I ain't know it was going to come like this, come this fast. He said, did you fly in her DM? So basically he said he been knowing her since 2022. And he said, like, I know I said I've been knowing her, but he was like, he been knowing her since like 2022. She was like his homegirl. She was more like a tomboy, this woman that he with now. So he was like, his wife is a Marine. So he was like, what drew him to her in the first place? He was like, dang, she do push-ups like a boy. Yeah. And he was like, she knew she didn't. Wait, hold on. So by them being friends, he was like, that was the thing. He always kind of pushed her, you know, like didn't want to date her or anything because they knew each other, like they friends. So he was like, she liked the homie, so you don't want to ruin that. That's what he said. So he was like, I was running from her. I was running from her for a little while because you know when you cool with somebody, you got a different level of respect. He said, so then Ramadan had came. Okay, so I thought Brittany was the wife after Ramadan. But anyway, I done got confused now. So and then Ramadan came, and you know, y'all know what Ramadan is. He was like, you know, they fast sun up to sundown for like 30 days. And he say, so okay, this is the one where I feel like he was talking about. Hold on, dang. Hey girl, hey, I'm live. That's yeah, it's fine. I call you back. So, all right. So he's saying then Ramadan had came, and for people that's not familiar with that, that's where we fast from sun up to sundown for like 30 days. He said, and I end up marrying somebody else. And like that marriage only lasted 52 days. So that's the one that I assume. No, I got it now. Because I couldn't remember my fast. But because I knew he talked about Ramadan and getting married. And then when I saw this, I was like, wait a minute. When I was trying to calculate who these women were that he was talking about. But yeah, so he said he married somebody. He said that marriage only lasted 52 days. Um, he's okay. So Shannon asked him, "Well, why did you do that?" And he said it ran its course in 52 days. Yeah, it could have ran its course in 15 days. And he said, "But that was beautiful. It was a beautiful situation." This is what Kevin said. He said it was beautiful. It was a beautiful situation. I learned everything that I needed to learn, and then that's still my friend. We still cool. Yeah, I think she. He said, yeah, I think she had on the pod, I thought she had, oh, I don't know. Hey, listen, I'm G, tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. What I probably been knowing that person like 2014, and she always been a friend of me. Like, outside of the media, like, oh, wait. Hold on. I want to go to this part. Wait a minute. Because I think the transcript left something off. I remember this conversation. Hold on, y'all. He was talking about a beautiful situation. Hold on. Because she always spoke life into me and tried to empower me and all that. Hold on. Let me go to this 150 mark. Who is he dating now? He's married to this girl. She's 26. She's a Marine. He said that's his wife. He said he been knowing her since like 2022. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Charisma. Where you at, girl? Wait a minute. I thought that 2020. Didn't we hear him say 2020 he had the... That's how he got the bullet in his head in 2020? Hold on. Did y'all hear that? Thank you, Big Hurt. Wait a minute now. The reason why it's just hitting me now, because he said he's been knowing his girl, but he said that he wanted to clear it up that he been knowing her since 2022. I'm confused now because the reason why I got to go look at the dates. I'm gonna go through the transcript to see, but the reason why I'm questioning something is because if he said that the new wife, he's been knowing since 2022, then if the bullet in the head happened in 2020, and he asked her, so I guess she's sitting out there, sitting there while he's doing the interview. You don't see her, but he talks to her every now and then. And he made this statement about holding his baby, like, I guess before, I don't know, made this decision or something. Now I got to go back to that, because then that means she was around during 2020. For her to, he was like, baby, what was it that I said? I don't know, because then I don't think he got on the health thing until after that happened. But then he said he, oh, okay, I'm just confused now. But anyway, let me keep going. I just was reading something about a date, and then that's what made me think about that. Okay, hold on.
Cause she always spoke like life into me and tried to empower me and all that, but we both was just going through so much at the time that it just wasn't in alignment at that time. But we learned what we needed to learn and we moved on. Right. Beautiful. And then like right after it was in the media, like Kevin Gates was only married 52 days, he couldn't even keep up. It's cool, I ain't tripping. My wife had called me. She said, hey. I said, hey, what's happening? You okay? I said, yeah, I'm good. I'm Gucci Louis Prada. I did this bullshit, talk. She said, how you don't feel kind of messed up or nothing about it? I said, no. Mm-mm. When we get married.
That what you told her?
From that day that we was in the mall, it been like a year. Like, it was like 8 months.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I used to always tell her, hey, you my wife. Now, I didn't know I was going to propose to her. But she came back. And then I was like, I'm about to go on tour by myself. I'm going to miss you. She was like, I got a surprise. I said, what? She said, I'm going to come on tour with you. And she came on tour with me. And when I say, like, it was one of the most peaceful tours. Like, the love that she poured into me. The way she spoke life into me behind closed doors. Things of that nature. The things that a man really needs.
Yes.
Just being.
But he just said that about Brittany, though, that she spoke life. But she only spoke life. Her speaking, her pouring into him on the count 52 days. Hey, G Moore, how you doing? He likes to talk to make himself look intelligent. I do want to go look at those dates, though. That's what. Oh, shit. I just messed up, y'all. Because I've been probably knowing that person like 2014. So that's what he talking about, Brittany. Okay. I wish it was a way for me to go and like search in the transcript, like Control F to type in 2020, because that's when were y'all paying attention? The interview was so long, but if y'all got time, y'all just go listen to it. It was just interesting to hear somebody's it was just interesting to hear his story. And that's the thing, a lot of times, regardless, that's why I say I know a lot of people like have negative things to say about him. I don't know him like that, like even in the industry know him. I just had that song that popped up, because Apple will let you know sometime when new stuff come out or woo. Well, I think somebody sent it to me. But anyway, so then that's what I was like, learned so much about him and his backstory. So I would really not think that somebody would want to get on here and lie about being um violated like he was, and about his dad having AIDS and him watching his dad die. The strain in his mom's relationship. And this is something I'm gonna tell y'all something else. And then he made mention about, when I told y'all about his grandparents raised him, right? And so he made this statement, and he said, so I think Shay Shay asked him, like, are you your grandmother's favorite? Or something like that. He was like, yeah. And you know what? It made me think. I have 4 grandchildren. But does a grandparent ever really let their grandchildren know that they are a favorite? Because it really, in my mind, I thought about it. Because I do. I love all of them. I'm telling you, it made me, I'm telling you, sometimes it's certain things that make me think, right? So when he made that statement about he his grandmother's favorite, I'm like, oh, I don't heard somebody else say this about them being their grandmother's favorite. And then I told y'all my grandmother had like 1,000 grandbabies, and I was like, oh, I wonder who. Like, I need to ask my family who would have been my grandmother's favorite, because I told you I came like the last batch of grandbabies, like. So I know I wasn't a favorite, so I'm just wondering who would have been my grandmother's favorite, if there was a favorite, and I'm like, wow. And I thought about it, like, would I have a favorite? And if I had to pick a favorite, I picked a favorite in my mind. I don't know if that would ever come out of my mind. And then it made me think about, like, dang, my mama and daddy, like, I have more grandchildren than my parents. And I'm like, dang, that's something that my parents really. I remember my dad used to say, like, I hope I get me a grandson before. Oh, hold on. I would love to get me a grandson before I leave this earth. Like my dad, they never got a grandson, but they got 2 great grandsons, right? And I thought it was interesting. Like, at least, they had great grandchildren, but my parents, like, I did. It made me think. I was like, dang. And I was like, well, it's only 3. Like, it was only 2 for a long time. So I was like, well, out of the 3, like, would my mom, like, have a favorite? I don't know. It just made me think about stuff like that. I'm definitely both my grandma's favorite. Hey, still Elijah. How do you know? Did they say it? That's why I was like, I don't know but I did, in my mind. I thought about, would I have a favorite? I have 4 grandchildren, y'all. Would I have a favorite? And I'm like, yeah. If I had to pick one, and I know why, right? So I would have a reason. I feel like the first one is always the favorite. That's that delusion. Charisma. Twilight, girl, is he not? Baby, Charisma is mad at me. I think that man, he is a nice looking man. I never really paid that much attention. It was one time he did this little weird thing, and then I know I shared it, and somebody explained to me I guess he was like, at this time, trolling somebody. He also talked about how he did have his trolling era. And so, but he did this thing, and like the camera's up close, because I've always thought he was a bit weird. Like, because like I've seen him like perform, like, you see clips and stuff. And just some of like when he be like hunching the air and stuff like that. And I've seen that, and I'm like, wow, like, he different. So I've never looked at him. And then like he used to have like this feather hanging off his hair. I don't know if he still do that either. But that day when he was sitting in that car and the camera's up close and he did this wink, I was like, oh shit, he got me. But then I was watching him. He's all dressed up, looking all, dapper and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay. It was just a smile. It's not necessarily negative. I just realized Kevin is very delusional. Crazy. Baby, don't be messaging me. Good morning. Oh, shit. Hold on. Wang Lee. Hey, how you doing? Drika, Brittany, and this new girl all look alike. I don't even know. I've never seen the new girl up. I just saw her in that video. I take it that's who she was. I need to look and see what his wife now look like. But what's funny is that's why I was confused when I saw Brittany, because I was like, oh dang, that look like the lady. And but then I'm like, what, that look like his wife, but she was, covered up. I forgot what the thing is that they wear, the Muslims. Do you think? So partner for life, honestly, oh y'all, he talked about that chubbiness too in his life. But like I don't, like I told y'all, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know him like that. So but I don't have a problem with a chubby man, baby. Not at all. And honestly, so I don't know. So fine, if I say somebody have like a beautiful smile, like I was like, oh dang, like oh that's a nice looking man. It was the smile that drew me, right? So to me, I don't consider that fine, but I get what. So, but baby, I done seen plenty fine big dudes, chubby dudes. Yeah. Hey, Red, I spoke to you though, boo boo. I spoke long time ago. But yeah, I see you though. Let's say child by what? Yeah, partner for life. What's up? Elijah, I'm the youngest. My grandma is 92, still living. I'm her oldest grandson. I feel I'm her favorite based off our relationship my whole life. But see, you know what though? That's why I was really just wondering about that whole favorite thing. Like I would call mama, I'd be like, Mama, do you have a favorite grandchild? I'm gonna tell y'all, you know what though? Deja will probably say I'm her favorite. But I would think too it would be the oldest. Now, you know what though? If I had to say about my dad, because it was only 3, right? So if I had it's only 3, and one just came, so. But I would say that Imani was my dad's favorite. Yeah, I would say Imani was my dad's favorite. Imani is a soldier. Like it's a like so her story from the time before she actually came into the world, right? When she was in the womb, it was a situation. You get what I'm saying? And dad was there for that situation. And it was just things that happened and things that happened over time, like in my daughter's life. And so the good, the bad, the ugly, like my dad is like, I'll die about this. You know what I'm saying? And so I would think that like if it was just because of that and him being so protective and me being who I was during those times, that I would think that if he had a favorite, it would be my oldest for him. And because still even during the times where I'm like, this girl drive me insane. And he's like, no, Melissa, so yeah. But that's all just was like, for people that say that they are the favorite, did your grandparent tell you that? Because 215, your grandparent probably have an amazing relationship have, you know, and everybody else probably think that same thing. Like, yeah, I be talking to grandma, we be chopping it up. I'm the chosen one. Yeah, my wife says she like when I put on weight, and now every time she mad at me, she called me. What movie? Baby, I know you ain't talking about the Melania movie. Do I be saying her name right? Melania. You talking about, you talking about your president wife. Is that the movie you talking about? Because, baby, that was going to be one of my coffee time topics this morning. Oh, you talking about that movie? What movie you talking about? What movie you talking about? You talking about that movie? Y'all need to get up off of here. Oh, we gotta go eat breakfast. Talking about that movie. Baby, I didn't even know about it till I was listening to the news this morning. I didn't even know about it. Baby, I was like surprised. I like, ooh, baby, and she was, and it's about, I can't even remember the amount of days or whatever. I'm telling y'all something else though. Any of y'all got new babies? Y'all just had some babies in 2025? Because did y'all know about that $1,000 for these children with that big beautiful bill? And baby, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, ooh, Sailor can get this. And I was like, oh no, my grandbaby wasn't born in 2025. I think that's a good idea, but if y'all want to explain it to me a whole lot better, because I told y'all I don't be knowing, but I call myself trying to read it. So basically, even Bank of America is saying that, like, if you opt in to that $1,000 that they're giving for children that were born 2025, I think it was July 2025 to 2028. And so, like, when you go and file your taxes, then they'll the government puts $1,000. So this is where I get confused. Is it from the taxes that you file? They take $1,000, or the government puts will set up the account, the savings account for them, put the $1,000 in is the government funded $1,000, but Bank of America saying we gonna match it. Basically, so if you set up the account with Bank of America, then they match the money, and then it's this savings account for your child. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Hey, Austin, how you doing? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Or am I just running my mouth? No. Okay, so maybe y'all don't know what I'm talking about. So, hold on. So, $1,000 government payment. Oh, okay. I'm going to read it to y'all just in case, because I hear crickets. My bad. So it says, as of January 2026, the U.S. government is launching Trump accounts, providing providing $1,000 contribution for children born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028. This investment focused initiative, part of the Working Families Tax Cuts Act, requires parents to open an account to receive the funds for their child, aimed at fostering long-term wealth growth. So key details of the $1,000 payment. Eligibility: children born between January 1st, 2025 and December 31st, 2028 who are U.S. citizens with a social security number. The purpose is that the $1,000 is intended to seed money for an investment account, which must be invested in specific approved or index linked funds. Access. The funds generally cannot be withdrawn until the child turns 18, intended for future use like education or home purchases. The implementation. Parents will use IRS Form 4547 to establish these accounts with Treasury.gov, news press release, and IRS.gov providing official guidance. So tax implications, disbursements from these accounts are subject to taxes. So they can't get the money till they turn 18. So this initiative is designed to support the next generation through long-term investing rather than immediate direct stimulus payments to households. So I hear crickets again. So there are a lot of times things do be having like it's little catch-22s and a little bit of loopholes, but it's also ways to get around loopholes and catch-22s. Y'all, I'm finna get up off of here. It seems like y'all tired of listening to me talk. I'm kind of tired of talking. I'm tired of talking. Yeah, but oh wait, let me see if we have our Bible verse for today. It must not then. Oh no, here it is. It came last night. All right. So our Bible verse for today is James chapter 4, verses 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Okay? That's James chapter 4, verse 7. That's a good one. So, all right, y'all. We get ready to get up off of here. Y'all have a great day. Be great. And make sure y'all like, thumbs up the video and subscribe and start unsubscribing. Okay? Let me tell y'all something. Don't unsubscribe, please. Let me tell y'all what to do. Let me show y'all what to do. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go to somebody I'll subscribe to so y'all can see. So, and it's somewhere I can go where, oh, no, here it is, subscriptions. Oh, no, wait a minute. So I go to go home. I thought it was a button that showed like your subscriptions. Oh, wait. No. Okay. I'll just click on somebody's video that I watch. Oh, dang it. Hold on, I almost dropped my damn phone. Hey. Oh, subscribe to Shay Shay. Hold on. Let me show y'all what to do. Stop unsubscribing. All right. So, let me skip. Let me pause. All right. So, here we go with the subscribe, right? Just click none. Don't unsubscribe. If y'all don't want to see any more of my videos, don't unsubscribe, okay? Don't unsubscribe. Just go down here and click none that you don't want any notifications. So you don't see my name pop up no more. Just click none and you won't get the notifications. Just don't go down here. Don't go down here, okay? All right? So y'all, surprise hello. Until next time.